Hello and welcome. This is Freewill Tarot, and thank you for joining me. This reading is going to be for the sign of Libra. Hello, Libra. Hope everyone is doing well, and Happy New Year to you. So here's your 3 messages. The first message you have here, Libra, is boldness. Great achievement comes from daring to take action. Step into your power fearlessly. Make a bold move today and take a leap you've been hesitating on taking. Okay? So what I believe they mean is, for some of you, is something that you've been going over and over again in your mind, of something that you need to do or want to do or change, but for whatever reason you let other things keep you staying there. It could be a relationship, it could be a job, it could be a behavior, it could be a addiction, it could be anything that you continue to know in the back of your mind that is something that you need to kind of probably let go and move forward away from it, but yet you keep it around. And sometimes we do it because we're familiar. Sometimes if it's a relationship, because we love a person, but it's something, always something in the back of our minds telling us it's time to do something different, or it's time to go in a different way, or it's time to drop that or let it go, or it's not good for us, right? You also have compassion. Hey, Libra. It says your heart expands when you offer kindness. True power lies in understanding and empathy. Show unconditional love today. Offer support or a kind word without expectation. So don't do anything for someone just so you can say, well, I did this for you, or I was there for you when this and this happened. Well, if you do that, then you're doing that just so a person can, just so you can use it. That's not, you might be genuinely nice, but you could just be doing that. But it shows up that way when you do that, right? When you offer someone something and then you use it to throw it back up in their face, right? To say, well, I did this for you, or I did that for you, and you're not doing this for me now that I need it. When you do stuff for people, you do it from the heart. And when they don't do it back to you, that's just your cue to recognize. It's not your cue to use it as payback or to show them anything. It's just your cue to recognize, okay, this person's not showing up the way I would show up for them. Maybe it's just time for me to acknowledge that and move in a different direction when it comes to the person. They showing me who they are. But you shouldn't have to throw it up in their face. You shouldn't have to remind them of who you are to them in their life, right? If you do, that's something that you should learn from, not something that you should try to use, okay? You also have reliance. I like a call. But okay, let's move on. Believing before seeing is the key to manifestations. Trust the process fully. Release control and allow manifestations to unfold in perfect timing. So I want to say this to some of you Libras with that one. Let's say, for example, you guys are continue to keep doing something, right? And you get a little far, you get a little ahead, it's going okay, or it's getting back on smoother ground. But then some come along, boom, and you got to start all over again. And so again, it's like I build a little bit, okay, I'm gaining ground, and then boom, something knock you back down again, right? Well, I'm going to tell you, that's what that is. What that is that you are continuing to do something or go in a certain direction or show up in the same way or have the same mindset, and Spirit is wanting something different. They're wanting you to release something, let something go. It could be a people, place, or a behavior. The way that you are doing something, you're staying either in a comfort zone or what's comfortable to you. You're showing up and you're doing things the same way. You're even if it's a new thing, you show up in a new thing doing the same thing or the same way. And that's what they want you to stop doing. Okay? You have conviction. It says, unshakable belief in truth fuels manifestation. So when you really believe in something, nothing can shake it. And it says, stand firm in your vision. So whatever you envision for yourself, whatever it is that you really, really want, like if you say, I really want to be happy. What does that look like? It's one thing to say, I want to be happy. It's a whole thing to say, I want to be happy and I want to have a house that's made out of brick. And I want that brick to be red. And I want my, I'm using myself, I want my husband to treat me like this and that, and that. And I want to treat them like this, that, and that. Because you can't just say, I want to be happy and I want a brick house. What about you in it? What do you look like in it? Because you have to start emulating what you see you act in it in order for it to come to you. Affirm your decisions and your desires with confidence. Speak and act as if your goal is already yours. So that's what I mean about envisioning what you want, okay, Libra. So let's get into the tarot part of your reading. I do believe some of you are having a little bit of difficulties. For others of you where things are going great, that's probably not for you. Check your moon, sun, and rising. This is for Libras that I feel are like having a little bit of stumbling blocks, if you will. Things are not going as smooth to plan. The new year may is not starting out great. Okay, this is for you. In the past here we have the Tower card for you, Libra, and the Wheel of Fortune. Now, again, when I was telling you about how you feel like you were getting a little bit of momentum or things were kind of getting a little bit better and then something come and knock you back down. That's because what I just said. The universe is going to step in and continue to keep knocking something down for you because you are going in the wrong direction. You're still doing the same thing. You're still showing up the same way. You're still having the same ideology and the same behavior. And you have not left your comfort zone. You have not changed. You have not evolved. You are not releasing things. You are not being bold and saying, okay, I got to let go of this relationship. Okay, I got to move on from this job. Okay, I got to stop doing this. I got to stop doing that. You have to. I'm going to just be real with you here, right? Because if this is your reading, if you've been experiencing these stumbling blocks, this is for you. And this is what I'm telling you as advice to you to get you where you need to be. All right? Because I feel like, again, you have transition. It says, release what no longer serves you to search for a deeper meaning and more authentic path. Have faith and strength to walk away from things that don't serve you anymore. Again, it could be, and I'm not telling you to do, I'm giving you advice. You make your own decisions. If you want to live in a cage or in fear of what if, or letting something go, or walking away with something, that's your decision, You have free will to do whatever you want. It says, walking away, soul searching, and on a quest. That's your advice here, right? Release yourself from things. Let go of things that don't serve you anymore. You have the Wheel of Fortune here twice. The Wheel of Fortune is showing up. It says, remember that everything is temporary. Both struggle and success are a part of a cycle. So as you are going through this challenging, if you are feeling some kind of challenge in your life or things are not, going smoothly, it's temporary, Libra, okay? It's just for you to kind of get on the right path. And in order to get on the right path, you're going to have to really be honest with yourself. You're going to have to really be able to let something go and leave something behind and walk in a whole new direction. And you in your personal life know what it is. You know what it is. You might not want to look at it that way. You might not want to do it. You might tell all your reasons of why you should stay in your comfort zone or why it's the right thing to do to stay there. But it's something in you telling you in your outside life where things are not going smoothly is telling you something different. Again, it says clinging to control, possessions, or routines may be rooted in insecurity. So showing up, doing the same thing over and over again. Every year goes by, everything you keep showing up, the same behavior, same mindset, same ideology, clinging to old things, old relationships, old patterns, and you keep getting the same results. So you things keep coming down or they're not moving forward, or when they do move forward, they get back down. This is why. I've repeated these cards. I got the same messages here about you resisting and not letting go of something you need to let go of. It is time. It is 2026. You have learned your lessons. It is time to now move forward so you can get blessings for learning the lessons. But you cannot get there if you're still going to be holding on to trying to repeat and learn the lessons that you should have learned. Some of you are not sleeping at night. You're having a whole lot of mental thoughts, negative thoughts, going over and over again in your head about something horrible, okay, or the most horrible outcome here. Spirit is saying some of you are being stubborn. It says you may be stuck in a pattern of repeating mistakes or failing to apply hand-earned lessons. See, I had said that, and here's the color. You're not learning what you should have learned. You're not releasing what you need to release. And sometimes it could be a relationship. Sometimes it could be a habit. Sometimes it could be a behavior. Sometimes it could be a situation. It could be a lot of things. You know what it's going to be for you personally. You have the Death card. Again, it's saying attachment. You got the same cards are talking about the same thing, Libra. You may be clinging to something that is already over. Release it. It is overdue. It is time to let something go. It is over. There will be no more coming out of that. No matter how much you try to stick with it, no much how you try to rearrange it, no more of what you put into it is going to change it. It's done. It's over. You need to move forward, but this showed up in reverse. You can't move forward. You're not allowing yourself to move forward. This is burdens. You need to drop burdens, but you're keeping them. This is responsibilities. You're attaching yourself to some responsibility, to someone else's responsibilities, because maybe you feel it's honorable for you to do it, but Spirit's telling you no. That's why you can't seem to get out of the cycle of this up and down. You get a little head and some knock you down. You get a little head and some knock you down. Because you're attaching yourself to things you won't for yourself. Hope is renewed after a period of adversity. The future is bright with new possibilities. This is what Spirit wants to bring in for you. But we have free will. We have to make decisions too. We have to make choices to bring those things in, to allow them to come in. It just don't happen. We have to make conscious choices. We have to live with faith that we can move forward. We can leave stuff behind. Do it the right way, but you can leave it behind. It says, Spirit wants you to take control over your life, Libra, for whoever this is for. If you're feeling like you don't have enough, if you're feeling like you don't have love, if you're feeling defeated, if you're feeling like you don't have enough money, if you're feeling like you don't have enough support, if you're feeling alone, it is because you need to let something go. It says, and find yourself and strengthen yourself. Take control over your own self and your own life. Lay the foundation with discipline and routine. True success requires consistency, not the same old thing. Okay? You have to be mindful of what you want and what you want to do and do that. You also have justice and creation. Again, Spirit, this is in your hopes and fears. Spirit wants to make things right and fair, and that's you. You are a part of creation. You can create whatever you want. You can create the life you want, Libra. You can. You can be like, oh, everything always happened to me. Now I can't really find love. Nobody loves me. I can't get this or that. It's not true. That's what you're creating with the words you're speaking out of your mouth and your mindset that you're putting in the world. And if you put that out, that's exactly what you're going to get. You can change that. I'm telling you, with my whole heart and soul, you can change that. You are an amazing, amazing person, Libra. I know so many Libras. Y'all are amazing. But you can get into a headspace of negativity at times. And that stops you. Okay? Or a lack of belief in yourself. You're at a crossroads. And Spirit wants you to use your discernment and your wisdom and learn. Wisdom comes from experience. So what have you learned this whole time? If you look at people bad and they don't care about, if you learned that, then that's what you're going to get. But if you learned that, hey, I am strong, I overcome this. I am strong, I have went through this, but it didn't take me out. I've learned that people are not always there for you. I've learned that I have went through this relationship or this job, but it's not enough for me. It's not serving me anymore. I need to grow and I need to expand. If you take the positive mindset, the perception of it differently, you're going to get a different result. Okay? Wow. Difficult decisions lies ahead, but neither path offers certainty. That's what I have for you, Libra. Thank you for being here. Bye for now.